Could we be about to see the Glazers and Sir Jim Ratcliffe out and Qatar in at Man United? A clause can now be activated where the Glazers can force Sir Jim Ratcliffe to sell his Man United shares as part of a full takeover. And whether Qatar are interested has been confirmed. I won't bore you with the fine details, but this is a very interesting situation that could unfold at Man United. The clause is called a drag-along. It's commonplace in business whereby majority owners can force minority shareholders to sell their shares as part of a full sale if they receive an offer that they consider good enough. In Sir Jim Ratcliffe's case, the trigger point was 18 months after that 1.3 billion investment in February 2024, and that trigger point was last week, meaning if the Glazers receive an offer now and they're ready to sell the club fully, they would also have to force Sir Jim Ratcliffe to sell his shares too, and the new owners would have full control. Now, this has naturally raised questions about whether Qatar and Sheikh Yassim could return to the table. They were Sir Jim Ratcliffe's biggest competitors back in that strategic review. They offered a full sale around 4.7 billion. The Glazers rejected that. They chose Sir Jim Ratcliffe because his offer of 1.3 billion for a quarter of the club was worth more ultimately, and they also just didn't want to sell the club fully. The Daily Mail have now confirmed whether Qatar would return to the table, and right now it seems very unlikely. Now, there's a hell of a lot of text here, so you can pause it if you want to read it fully, but essentially, in summary, Qatar's full focus in a sporting sense is now on gaining the rights for the 2036 Olympic Games. They face competition from India, but they're fully focused on getting the Olympics for that year. There's also the fact of PSG, Qatar owned. They absolutely dominated last season, won 5 out of 6 trophies, and they're sort of happy with PSG being their sporting project. They wouldn't really want to invest in a club not doing as well. They don't really seem to see the point in it because PSG are flying at the moment. So right now, they are not interested in returning to the table for United. So while this clause is now active, it's very unlikely the Glazers are going to trigger it. They have a great relationship with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Obviously, he's been taking all of the flack for their mistakes over the last 18 months. He's doing everything himself, and with the Ineos side, the new stadium, the training ground, the just investment in general, they're just sitting back, letting him do the work. I can't see them going behind his back and getting into bed with another bidder. I honestly can see Sir Jim Ratcliffe buying out the club in full in the future. I think that is the plan, and I think it will be tied into this new stadium given the level of investment that's required. But Qatar to United, not going to happen. It's all about Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and eventually, as I say, I think there'll be no more Glazers and there'll be Ratcliffe and Ineos at the wheel fully.